What's up, you guys? It's Rye here, and I was gonna stream just now, but my shit just cut out. So if you don't know me, I'm pretty, I'm a lot bigger on Twitch than I am here on YouTube. But my name on there is the realest Rye, and I'm more commonly known as Rye Blue. I'm not like fucking famous or anything, but for the past 2 years, I've been making amateur porn for Pornhub, and I've climbed the ranks to being one of the top 10 models and the second highest earner on there, according to their analytics. So I thought I would kind of talk about my journey, my decision, and kind of like how I got here and how it's been going, because those are my most frequently asked questions. So I figure I could talk about it while I smoke today. So, the most common question I get asked is, why did you start making porn? And I started making porn in 2018 when I turned 18. And it was really crazy, but the short answer is that I had a boob job. And it isn't the kind of boob job that you're thinking. It was like I had really big tits and they were like floppy. They looked like milk udders. Like I just really hated them, and I was really like unhappy with how they looked, and I had lost some weight, and I felt like I'd worked really hard to be comfortable in my own skin, and I couldn't show my tits to anybody because I hated them so much. So my boyfriend at the time was really like encouraging about the procedure. He was like, you know, I really support you doing this if it would make you happier. And basically what I wanted to do after talking to my doctor was to kind of cut out the extra skin, have it lifted, and then later go back in and put implants with the amount that he cut out, basically. So, blah, blah, blah. I had to pay for that because I talked to my parents about it and they didn't think I was serious at first. And I was just like, I really want to do this because it would make me happy. And I decided I was going to show my mom, you know, my tits. And I was like, look, mom, these are honestly fucked. Like, you can't even tell me that these aren't. And I showed her my boobs, and she was like, okay, we can go do something. And the term for, you know, like these type of boobs, I think that I had were, I think they were called tubular breasts. And it's basically when your nipple is pretty big and the breast tissue is basically like inside of your nipple as well, and it isn't being held back, like there's no barrier or anything. So I had like big puffy nipples, and it's not hot or anything, despite what anybody wants to fucking say. So that procedure was really, really expensive, totaled up to $18,000, a little bit more, but it was so fucking much, and I was working at a bowling alley. Like, I really wasn't making a lot. I was living in Hawaii, so the minimum wage was like 20, I mean, not 20, was like 12 something. And I definitely was kind of making enough to just finance the breast procedure, just barely financing it for like $500 a month for like 24 months or something. So that's what I decided I was gonna do. And my ex actually helped me with the down payment. They needed 20% down, and I didn't even have that at the time. So he helped me put the down payment, and then after, you know, I started having to pay for it, we were kind of fooling around one day, and he was like, and I was giving him like oral, and he was like, yo, you know, I'm not even just kidding right now. I think you're really, really good at this. And I think that if we like put this on the internet, you could be making money. And I was like, I don't know about that. Like, but obviously at that point, I'd really needed some money. So I was like, all right, look, we'll film this short video where I wasn't naked or anything, and it was just oral. And if I make $100 in the first week of doing it, then we can keep doing it. Lo and behold, I definitely made more than $100 my first fucking week, and I was really liking the attention that people were giving it. They were like amazed by my abilities and stuff, and they were like wanting to see more of me. And I was just really surprised at how many people were interested in me and like how I do things, that I was like, I guess I can, take a crack at it. So yeah, we ended up kind of doing it, and I was taking all of the money that I made until I paid off my boob job, and I ended up getting that $18,000 really soon, like within a few months of like grinding out and making porn. And I was just kind of like, I don't know, I remember when I was uploading videos on Pornhub website, it said like it had 9 million videos. So my mentality was always, what are the odds that someone who knows me ends up seeing this one video out of the millions of videos? But then all of my videos, I feel so blessed to be able to say this, but every one of my videos ended up getting featured straight to the front page of Pornhub. I had people kind of hitting me up, like friends and stuff, like, I can't believe this is you. It even got to a point where one of my videos got taken down, and when I contacted them about why, they were telling me that someone was telling them that this video shouldn't be there, like they know this girl, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? Well, I'm this girl, and I definitely consent to this being here. And everything was going really well, and that's why I kind of started streaming on Twitch, because I was making enough that I didn't want to work at the bowling alley anymore, and I needed something to tell my parents, because I was living with them at the time, that I was making money. And so I kind of started streaming on Twitch and never looked back. I kept making porn, and then it wasn't until a year after that I started making porn, a year into it, that my family found out. And it was so crazy the way that they found out. But basically, I have a lot of family in Trinidad and Tobago, and there was a whistleblower, if you will, and it was, I'm so certain I know who it is, one of my, like, uncles, like my grandpa's brother kind of uncle. He knows who he is. I don't know if he'll ever fucking see this video, but you know who the fuck you are. And they took my link to my profile, and they put it in a fucking group chat with a bunch of like heads of the family, I guess, in my family. And they received this text, and then there was just rumors going on about, me doing this thing. And then I moved back to Houston, where all my family resides, and they were all fucking being so, I don't want to say fake, because they weren't treating me poorly, They weren't ignoring me for what I did, but they weren't mentioning it either. I could tell that something was up, and they were giving me hugs and saying hello, hi, what's up, and you could just tell that they knew. And it was a really uncomfortable, awful situation, and it took a while for things to blow over, but my family was livid. They were so fucking mad. They threatened me. They said, you need to stop, or we're not going to pay for anything for you, including your college education. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm making good money. I don't need you or your fucking college. And I straight up moved out and paid for school on my own. And after a few months, they finally came around to me, and they were like, look, we see that you're doing well, and that's all we really care about. As long as, you go back to school and stuff, we still love you. So that's kind of where I stand right now. And after I started making consistent pay, things were really just upward from there. And once you kind of have like a good fan base, they're gonna support you no matter what. And so that's why I've been kind of awarded that blessing to be able to make videos and content on my own, and being my own content creator for like all these years. And I really like that. And that's why I don't know why people feel bad for me when they're like, oh, this poor girl feels like she needs to degrade herself just for a couple dollars. But trust me, you know, without flexing, I'm doing really fucking well, man. And I stood my ground, and I was like, I like doing this, and it is paying off well, and I'm not gonna stop. And it really worked out in the end to just like be myself and do what it is that I wanted to do. And so, yeah, ever since then, since 2018 to now, 2020, I've seen amateur content creators blow up more than ever. You know, OnlyFans is so huge now. And I would say, like, amateur porn killed the professional porn industry, you know? Like, there are so many people in their bedrooms able to create high quality footage that it's like, why would you even bother paying for a browser subscription or whatever? But anyway, that being said, that's my most common question, how I got into porn. And yeah, if you see here, I was nominated for some Pornhub awards and stuff. Like, it's pretty real, you know? So, thanks for watching if you made it to the end of the video. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to check out that OnlyFans. Mwah.